Some cars don't slowly lose value. They don't fade away gracefully. They collapse. And the scariest part? Most of the owners you're about to hear about did everything right. They bought new. They maintained them properly. They didn't abuse them. Yet within just 3 years, tens of thousands of dollars vanished. Not because the cars were old, not because they were unreliable, but because the market turned its back on them. Today on Torque Hub, we're counting down 12 sedans with the worst depreciation in America. Cars that looked brilliant in the showroom, but became financial horror stories the moment the warranty clocks started ticking. Some of these wear luxury badges. Some are electric darlings. One of them is a Toyota, and it's the worst of them all. We're going from bad decisions to absolute disasters. Let's begin.
Number 12. Volvo S60. The Volvo S60 is safe, elegant, and beautifully engineered. And that's the problem. No one remembers it exists. In the US market, obscurity is lethal. With around 50 to 51% depreciation in just 3 years, S60 owners are watching half their money evaporate silently. But here's what really kills it. Volvo itself killed it. The S60 was discontinued in the US after 2025, with production ending mid-2024. The moment a car is orphaned, resale values collapse. Buyers fear parts availability, dealer support, and long-term commitment. Then there's the powertrain. Volvo's T6 and B6 engines use both a turbocharger and a supercharger, twin-charged complexity. On paper, brilliant. In reality, mechanics hate it. Vacuum lines, belts, seals, and forced induction stacking mean expensive failures right after warranty. That fear alone crushes resale demand. Should you buy it used? Only if you get a CPO with extended warranty. Otherwise, depreciation savings turn into repair bills fast. Number 11. Hyundai Ioniq 6. On paper, the Ioniq 6 looks incredible. 800-volt architecture, up to 340 miles of range, fast charging, modern tech, yet it loses over 50% of its value in under 3 years. Why? 2 words: lease distortion. Hyundai aggressively exploited the $7,500 commercial EV tax credit loophole, pushing Ioniq 6 leases as low as $200 to $300 per month. That tells the market one thing: this car is cheap. So when owners try to sell or trade in, they're competing against thousands of off-lease units, a buyer base trained to expect bargain pricing. Then there's the design. That drooping streamliner rear end divides opinion hard, and polarizing designs always depreciate faster because they shrink the buyer pool. A $48,000 Ioniq 6 losing half its value means about $700 to $800 per month in depreciation alone. Should you buy it used? Yes, if you don't care about image. Used prices are becoming genuinely attractive. Number 10. BMW 740i. This is where things start getting ugly. The BMW 7 Series doesn't depreciate, it falls off a cliff. Owners lose over 50% in 3 years on a sedan that starts near $90,000. BMW insiders know the truth. The 7 Series is designed to be leased, not owned. Yes, the 740i uses the excellent B58 inline-6, one of BMW's most reliable engines. But used buyers don't analyze powertrains, they analyze risk. And the risk comes from guilt by association. The 750i's infamous N64 V8 poisoned the reputation of the entire lineup with stories of turbo failures, oil consumption, and valve stem seal leaks. Then there's the tech. Air suspension, $1,500 per corner. Active grille shutters that fail. iDrive electronics gremlins that appear right after warranty. And let's be honest, the G70 design didn't help. That oversized grille and split headlights turned off traditional luxury buyers instantly. Losing $45,000 in 3 years equals $1,250 per month before fuel, insurance, or maintenance. Should you buy it used? Ironically, yes, only under warranty. Outside of it, this becomes a rolling liability. Notice what's happening already? None of these cars are bad to drive. They're bad to own. Lease incentives, over-complex engineering, and shrinking buyer pools are doing more damage than reliability ever did. And we're just getting started, because next, the depreciation horror gets electric. Number 9. Genesis Electrified G80. Genesis wanted an electric luxury sedan without committing to a true EV platform, and the market saw right through it. The Electrified G80 loses over 50% of its value in 3 years, and here's why. It's a gas car chassis with a battery forced into it. That creates compromises buyers immediately feel. First, price. The Electrified G80 often costs $15,000 to $20,000 more than the already excellent V6 gasoline version. Buyers ask a brutal question: what exactly am I getting for that premium? Second, range reality. EPA range sits around 282 miles, which sounds fine until winter hits. Owners in colder climates report up to 30 to 40% range loss in freezing temperatures. That means real-world winter range dipping close to 180 miles. In the EV world, range is currency. Low range equals high depreciation. Cross-shopped against a Tesla Model S or Lucid Air, the G80 simply loses the numbers game. Should you buy it used? Only if you live in a warm climate and get a massive discount. Otherwise, the gasoline G80 is the smarter buy. Number 8. Audi RS e-tron GT. This is the most beautiful mistake on the list. The RS e-tron GT is mechanically a Porsche Taycan. Same platform, same 800-volt architecture, same performance DNA. Yet it loses over 56% of its value in 3 years on a car that starts around $140,000. That's roughly $80,000 gone. Why? Brand hierarchy. Buyers willing to spend 6 figures on an electric performance sedan overwhelmingly want the Porsche badge. The Audi lands in a brutal middle ground. Too expensive for mainstream buyers, not prestigious enough for ultra-wealthy ones. Then there's range. Real-world EPA numbers often land below 250 miles, and aggressive driving drops it further. That makes it a toy, not a daily driver. And in a high-interest rate economy, toys are the first assets people dump. $80,000 lost in 36 months equals over $2,200 per month in depreciation. Should you buy it used? Absolutely, if you want Taycan performance for half the price and can live with Audi resale stigma. Number 7. Tesla Model 3. The Tesla Model 3 isn't failing, it's drowning. With nearly 58% depreciation, Model 3 owners are losing value not because the car is bad, but because there are simply too many of them. In 2024, Hertz began liquidating over 20,000 Model 3s from its rental fleet. High-mileage, heavily used cars flooded the wholesale market. That tsunami dragged down the values of clean, privately owned cars overnight. Then Tesla delivered the knockout punch. The Highland refresh arrived with better suspension, quieter cabin, ventilated seats, and improved build quality. Suddenly, 2018 to 2023 models looked old, instantly. Used buyers abandoned them. Prices collapsed. Should you buy it used? Yes, but only if the price reflects the oversupply reality. This is now a buyer's market. Here's the pattern getting clearer. If supply explodes, value dies. If tech moves fast, ownership becomes risky. And if manufacturers control pricing directly, used buyers pay the price. Now we cross the line from depreciation into badge worship disasters. Number 6. Maserati Ghibli. Maserati sells you a fantasy. The used market sells you the bill.
The Ghibli loses nearly 60% of its value in 3 years on a sedan that started around $75,000 to $80,000. That's over $40,000 gone. Owners brag about the Ferrari-influenced engine architecture, but the market knows what that means. Ferrari-level maintenance, brake jobs, $3,000, tires, 10,000 to 15,000 miles, annual service, 1,500 and up. Second owners stretch their budgets to buy the badge, then can't afford the upkeep. And then reality hits. The Chrysler parts bin, window switches, stocks, infotainment pieces shared with far cheaper Stellantis products that instantly shatters the luxury illusion. Add electrical gremlins, failing regulators, warning lights, and dashboards that light up like Christmas trees, and buyers run. $40,000 lost in 3 years equals over $1,100 per month just to say, I drive a Maserati. Should you buy it used? Only if you budget like you bought it new. Otherwise, this car will punish you.
Number 5. Mercedes-Benz EQE 500. Mercedes didn't just build an electric sedan here, they built an identity crisis. The EQE 500 loses nearly 59% of its value in 3 years. On a car that stickers close to $90,000, that's over $50,000 gone. The problem starts with the design. Mercedes' one-bow aerodynamic shape was meant to scream future. Instead, traditional luxury buyers saw a jelly bean. No presence, no status, no distinction between an EQE and cheaper EQ models. Dealers struggled to move them, so Mercedes did what always kills resale: massive incentives. $7,500 lease credits, dealer cash, real-world transaction prices closer to $70,000 than $90,000. The used market doesn't care about MSRP, it cares about reality. Then came owner complaints about brake pedal feel, regenerative braking blending that felt inconsistent and unsettling. Not dangerous, but deeply unrefined for a luxury car. $50,000 lost in 36 months, about $1,400 per month just disappearing. Should you buy it used? Yes, if you want insane luxury for cheap and don't care about design stigma. Number 4. Alfa Romeo Giulia. Everyone who drives a Giulia falls in love. Everyone who owns one lives in fear. With close to 60% depreciation, Giulia owners lose around $25,000 in 3 years on a car that starts near $45,000. The chassis is brilliant. The steering is magic. The problem is everything electrical. Owners report battery drain issues, sensor failures, electronic throttle errors, random warning lights. It's not a question of if something breaks, it's when. And then there's the dealer network. Alfa Romeo's US footprint is tiny. If you're more than 100 miles from a dealer, ownership becomes impossible. That alone destroys resale demand. Great driving dynamics don't matter if ownership logistics scare buyers away. Should you buy it used? Only with a strong warranty and a dealer nearby. Otherwise, heartbreak is guaranteed. Number 3. Tesla Model S. The Model S didn't depreciate because it failed. It depreciated because Tesla detonated its own pricing. In early 2022, a Model S Plaid could cost $135,000. By late 2023, Tesla slashed prices to around $89,000. That's a $46,000 cut. Every used Model S instantly lost that equity. Then came hardware obsolescence concerns, Hardware 3 versus Hardware 4, creating a perception that older cars were legacy tech. Add the polarizing yoke steering wheel, later reversed due to backlash, and buyer confidence cratered. With over 65% depreciation, Model S owners experienced catastrophic losses. That's nearly $2,000 per month gone without the car ever breaking. Should you buy it used? Yes, if you accept Tesla controls pricing, not the market. Number 2. Maserati Quattroporte. Everything wrong with the Ghibli gets amplified here. The Quattroporte loses around 66% of its value in 3 years, over $60,000 gone. Same Ferrari-influenced engines, same brutal maintenance costs, same electrical gremlins, same parts bin reality. But now it's stacked on a 6-figure MSRP. Second owners see the numbers and run. Dealers don't want them, auctions don't want them, private buyers are terrified. This is fool's gold. Luxury on the outside, liability underneath. Should you buy it used? Only if depreciation doesn't scare you. Maintenance should. Number 1. Toyota Mirai. This is it, the fastest depreciating vehicle in America. The Toyota Mirai loses 77% of its value in just 3 years. A $55,000 car becomes an $11,000 problem. Why? Infrastructure collapse. In early 2024, Shell permanently shut down its hydrogen stations in California, the Mirai's main market. Owners describe fueling anxiety worse than EV range anxiety. Stations offline, no fuel, frozen pumps. Then, hydrogen prices exploded to over $30 per kilogram. That means nearly $200 per tank, just 300 to 350 miles of range, about 60 cents per mile. No one can justify that. This isn't depreciation, this is obsolescence. Here's the rule. Remember this. If a car needs incentives to sell new, it will punish you used. If technology evolves faster than ownership cycles, don't buy, lease. And if fueling infrastructure isn't guaranteed, depreciation is guaranteed. If this video saved you from one bad car decision, hit like. If you want smarter car buying content, subscribe to Torque Hub. And drop a comment. Which car on this list shocked you the most? I'll see you in the next one.